with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, men, women, and children, also of the court, we gotta talk about these stands. We gotta talk about these stands and try to understand the inner workings, the inner minds of the Lecultists, because their minds, I don't know where their minds is at, to tell you the truth. No one does. But today, on this video, we're going to try to figure it out. And the reason for this video was sparked by this comment right here that I will post on the video right here. Let me look for it in the section right quick. So right here, as I post this on the screen, is other somewhat craziness, delusionist, and just don't seem to get it at all. Now, I don't want to make this series similar to what Sports and Fitness Rants has on this channel. The things that I think it's, what is the dumb things that LeBron fans, James fans say or something like that. He's like the 41 videos of that now. I'm doing that similar over here. Not named the same thing. But I just gotta monetize the inner workings, the inner minds of these stands. So this was today under, of course, LeBron video. And this guy says, let me talk like a LeStan for a minute right quick. Let me talk like a LeStan. Bro, really gained 3.6K subscribers off LeBron hate. Here goes that word again, hate. I can't wait for LeBron to retire so y'all can disappear into nothingness. And then I responded back to saying, a matter of fact, I'm retiring to do something different. Now, continue to twerk with your honey on your ass at that news. And then he wanted to play hardball. He wanted to keep going on. Because he was probably mad at that. Say he was twerking with honey between his ass crack. So, let's continue on, because he was not over after that. There's a lot of projection of what he had to say. So, he continues to say, we all know you ain't leaving this YouTube space until LeBron is done. That is your only content. It's rather lazy. My fellow subscribers. I don't know why I said fellow subscribers. My subscribers. You all know that I said, come season's end, I'm done with this. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. I did what I did. I made an impact somewhat. I'm done. I want to do something else. Because the NBA just ain't where it's at. I don't think talking NBA history is really where it's at too as well. It's kind of like a waste of time. The algorithm is not going to share your stuff. But he didn't really believe that I was retiring. He act like I need LeBron James to be on YouTube. Little does he know I have another YouTube channel where I don't even talk about LeBron James. And if it wasn't for this channel, I'll probably be on that channel more. But anyways. And then I told him, I said, that comeback was rather lazy. Now I'll go look a LeBron poster in the basement. And then he's really getting in his feelings now. You're the one replying, don't be so sensitive when you're a public channel. Hit those cry, they say, or something like that. And he drops a laughing emoji. And I dropped him with this question. He never responded back either with this one. So why are you here? Don't like my channel, but you keep responding. Why not go over to a pro LeBron channel and have at it? Why waste your time over here? Answer that question for me. Nothing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the courtroom, sorry, hit my mic. These guys are absolutely clueless. absolutely delusional, absolutely like low IQ. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm not gonna talk about LeBron no more. They don't take that. I'm trying to give them as a layup. He don't want to take that as a layup for other reasons. I don't know why. You think they would twerk at that? Me, another supposed LeBron hater, was getting out of the space. That's one more less LeBron hater, as I say in air quotations. But no, he don't take debate. He just wants to argue. And some of these guys just want to argue. But when they argue, they're not arguing the facts. They're not arguing why we're wrong. Other YouTubers are wrong about that King Queen LeBron James. They don't have anything because if they was to say something, they get dealt with really quickly and out of here. They can't use one thing they like to use other than trying to insult somebody. 40K, 50K points. All right, cool, but what does that mean? So what? LeBron James has 50K combined points. He's still chasing Jordan and everything else. Rings. Just the overall shoot. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna say this. Just the overall aura of Jordan compared to LeBron. LeBron is losing it, especially as he continues to keep trying to play each year with all this shenanigans and all this movement, like trying to get in the face of Stephen A. Smith, all this other stuff. They don't understand that this man has had all these teammates, right? All these teammates in the world that are probably going to be Hall of Famers, or some of them are top 75 players. And he still has done less with all of that. It seems to not get through their heads. It doesn't get through their heads that that has happened. I think I might have said this last week in the video. It doesn't seem to get through their heads that their boy is 4-6. If he's so great, then why does he have more? Oh, he's playing in a harder era. And harder era when basically anybody can score at will, when there's no defense. Here's another thing, LeBron logic, I love. When you mention a player from the past, right? Let's say, I'm going to use Jordan for example. If I say, or we say, the ones that know in the know, if Jordan was in his prime today, Jordan was anywhere from 24 to at least, even 35 years old, Jordan would take over this league and he would be the best player in the world, just like he was 20, 30 something years ago. Jordan will suck in this generation. How? How can Jordan suck in today's NBA when he dominated an NBA that was harder to score, wasn't all these freebies? Everybody came to play no matter what, pretty much. Pretty much most players play probably 72 to all 82 games. Tougher, more competitive. How can you say that? How can you say Jordan wouldn't be nothing in this generation when Jordan is probably one of the most athletic basketball players to ever grace an NBA floor? The man had a 40-something inch vertical. How would he not be dominant with these soft dudes that are playing today? Same thing. Well, you mentioned even Larry Bird. Oh, Larry Bird's just some slow old white guy. But at the same time, there's Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. You see the logic that these guys, not even just LeBron fans, modern NBA fans tend to have. That's the logic they have. Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic are probably one of the slowest players in today's game. But they're probably considered top 10 in the NBA right now. but Luka Doncic and Jokic can go play in the 90s. They could. But would their production be the same as it is if they played today? When there's actual centers, especially Nikola Jokic, when there's actual centers back in the 90s, like at Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq even. You can't say that. This is the logic. Or not just LeBron fans, but NBA fans. Today, they have no logic. Go back to LeBron fans. They always say never argue with LeBron fix. You'll never win it because they don't get it. And I think there's a problem with LeBron fans and NBA fans of today. They just don't know their history. How can you know history when ESPN, especially ESPN, they don't really cherish the history? Some of these guys that talking heads on ESPN don't even want to look back past 1980. You already got that freaking redneck ass coach in LA when he was on ESPN talking about Bob Cousy, people who play with Bob Cousy were nothing but plumbers and firemen and taxi drivers. So I ain't never say JJ Redick was dumb. He's smart. He knew what he was doing when he said that. So you get on ESPN, and for the majority of these kids probably still watch ESPN or just watch clips for ESPN. They hear that. And you hear that on a constant basis, rinse and repeat for a constant basis. You eventually gonna get brainwashed and start believing that. Especially when they only talk about the Lakers, LeBron, the Lakers, LeBron. What is that gonna do to the impressionable kids? The young ones. They actually gonna start believing what ESPN is spewing. It's the same thing, not to get all political, it's the same thing that happened for the last couple of years. You got CNN and MSNBC over there sprouting whatever nonsense, liberal nonsense they got over there. Now, if somebody wants to watch that every day, rinse and repeat, told, fortunately, conservative is bad, Trump's bad. You do that for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, eventually they're going to start believing in it. That's why I'm saying brainwashing is real. And the brainwashing, for example, I'm going to use the MCU's version of the Winter Soldier when he sat in the chair and got brainwashed. It's not like that. It's not somebody sit in a chair and they get their head messed with, or like the cartoons back in the day when somebody flings let's say a stopwatch in front of somebody's head or something like that and say, "You're getting sleepy." It's not gonna be like that. It's LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron's better than Jordan. LeBron's better than Kobe. Kobe sucked. Kobe sucked. Kobe sucked. You watch that every day, you're gonna start to believe it. It's crazy. Here's another thing. I also find it funny trying to understand LeBron fans. So y'all get mad when we talk about LeBron, right? But these are the same people, even before his death, that say Kobe was nothing. Kobe was nothing. Kobe was nothing. It's the same thing. I don't get it. So you don't want us talking about Kobe. Kobe's this. But the minute we actually bring factual information about these two, who was better between these two, they get mad. Here's another thing I want to add to it. So here's another stupid logic from a Latard fan. So this is probably one of the most ignorant, asinine quotes, not quotes, but logic I ever heard from a fan base. Why you always talk about the black man? Why you always talk about the black man? Why you always talk about the black man? LeBron's a black man. You always talk about the black man. So y'all guys were all right with Westbrook for a whole entire season. You was all right with freaking I'm not gonna call him by his name, but Dracula face, you know what? Dracula face out there, constantly talking about Westbrook with his friend Horsehead over there, formerly known as Shannon Sharp. Y'all was all right with that. Y'all was all right with just everybody just berating Westbrook every day about something. But the minute we say something about LeBron, it's cry, boo-hoo, whining, crying everywhere. Last time I checked, Russ is an African American. Y'all weren't mad when Stephen A. Smith was berating Kyrie. Nah. Y'all weren't mad about that. Nah. That's a black man. Last time I checked, Kyrie's African American. Michael Jordan's an African American. Kobe Bryant was African American. But y'all have no problem with that. See, the problem is, I'm going to get even deeper and religious with this. The problem with the stands, and I think plenty of other people might have said this, but this is for people who might not have heard this. LeBron represents some of his diehard fans. Now, I know some LeBron fans, but they're not the terminally ill LeBron fans. They see where I'm coming from with all the movement and all the shaking and all how he moves. They get that. They know it's basketball. But these guys, they don't know the difference between basketball and real life. We talk about basketball on this channel. Yeah, we may joke about some of these players' personal lives, especially when it's out in the open. But when it comes to when I started this channel, I don't even think I'm trying to think back now. I don't even think my first video was about LeBron. Matter of fact, I don't even think it was. It might have been about the Bucks or something like that. I was trying to avoid talking about LeBron for the longest time. But when stuff has to be called out, it has to be called out. But these guys, like I said, LeBron represents them. Some of these guys are probably products of single-parent homes. Single mother homes. Not single parent, single mother homes. So I think there was a single dad with kids. I don't think they'd be acting like this either. But they act very emotional. And these guys' eyes, they probably do see LeBron, especially the way younger fans. Not so much people around my age, because if you're a product of a single parent home when LeBron first came to the league in 03, you anywhere probably 13, 14, 15, 16, 12, 11, 10 maybe, to know basketball. LeBron probably didn't stick to you like that. But these young ones coming up probably did. And they see him as a father figure, or see him as a comparison. So whenever you say something bad about LeBron, they take that personally. For reasons I don't know why, because LeBron does not know him, does not care nothing about them at all. Which I don't get at all, but like I said, they see him as a father figure. They can't. I don't know. They can't. I don't. I'm trying to understand why they can't separate a celebrity from real life. But that's just everyone. Everybody. That's why you got all these fan bases out here, these celebrities. Because my next point, they think all these guys are basically like idols, gods, deities. And there's only one God. Sorry. But there's only one. And it ain't LeBron James. And they kind of act like religious zealots when you talk about LeBron James. You say something bad about him, and they go off. They want to burn you at the stake, hang you on the noose because you said something bad about LeBron when it comes to turns to basketball. See, LeBron and his minions are well, his stormtroopers, I should call them, are exactly the same. You got LeBron over here going at Stephen A. Smith, and I knew what Stephen A. Smith said because I listened to it. And you got LeBron going over there at Stephen A. Smith, getting on his feelings. And, Stephen A. Smith never said anything character-wise or personally about Ronnie James. Now I think some of this may because of him trying to make a viral moment, and also it's probably a little bit comes back on him more than his own son. It's more like a diss to him. But the way Stephen A. Smith said it, it wasn't even a vulgar. Uh, wasn't like when he was going at Kyrie. It was a very calm, cool, and collected manner. And Stephen A. Smith, that is his job to commentate what he's seeing. That, like just like on YouTube, it is our job to commentate what we are seeing. But these guys, many you do that. And it makes it not really fun at all. And they don't understand. I go to everybody. Even people. I go at Giannis. Giannis. People don't know Giannis is my guy, but I go at him. I go at everybody equally. LeBron just does more goofy ass stuff, and they talk about him the most on ESPN. They want us to talk about him in a good way. That's the funny part about it. Everybody else negative. You can talk about whoever else negative, but the minute you say something about their Lord, King, and Savior, they lose a fit. So I don't know. It's brainwashing, man. It really is. It really is the brainwash. I don't know how they can get out of it. I don't know how they can see the light. They probably never going to see the light. Because I think this is going to continue to keep happening. And I know eventually when LeBron retires, that whole mood is going to change with these sports stations like ESPN. That's going to change drastically because now he's been out of the league. But then again, knowing him, he's going to find a way for the media to still talk about him in a good fashion. I just find it funny that they get mad at us for talking about him, but they okay with ESPN always talking about him. That's because they all in the same boat. They all want to lick honey off each other, put honey on themselves. But anyway, I just like the one a couple months ago told me I'm a product of a single mother home. Okay. I just talked to my dad today. Okay. I should call my dad right now, but my phone is charging. Product of a single parent home. No, I don't act like a little woman every time somebody mention Giannis or something like that, or Jordan. The funny thing about it, let me let you guys know something right here before I log off on here. Let you guys know something. Myself, and I might have said this before, but I don't remember. I recognize Jordan the GOAT, but he's not my favorite basketball player. I recognize Kobe as being one of the top 10 players of all time, but he was not my favorite basketball player growing up. I honor and respect what the man stood for on the court, the hard work, the determination. Something to model after when it comes to basketball. That's why everybody did what he did when he retired. And that's why everybody reacted the way he reacted when he passed, tragically. My favorite player growing up, and still to this day, was Ray Allen. I still got to make that Ray Allen video. Yeah, Ray Allen is my favorite player of all time. But I do recognize Kobe was better than Ray Allen at things. But I also recognize Michael Jordan is way above everyone else. And I have no problem admitting to that. Now, I meant to make this video. It was a LeBron fan I was watching, reacting to a Michael Jordan mixtape. And he was almost brought to tears watching Michael Jordan highlights. Yes, LeBron's his favorite player, but eventually at the end of that video, you recognize the reason why people consider, or knowing why people consider Michael Jordan being the GOAT. See, that's how you become a rational fan. Not one that's trying to go out there and just throw threats at everyone simply because they think differently. But anyways, that's all I gotta say about it. These fans are funny, man. They're just funny. I think it was a couple of days ago. Some dancer dude got in there trying to talk about my subscribers. Like, dude, go away, man. Do your dancing somewhere else. But anyways, tell me what you guys think.